I, Jay Patel, from the Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication, welcomes you to the session of wireless communication. Today, I am going to discuss about Unit 5, that is wireless systems, with topic GSM security and handover. So let's start the session. Then we can say that the system, GSM system, is completely authenticated if the both sign response will be denoted as SRECES. SRES means time response. If this SRES of both mobile as well as for the network is not matched, then you can say that the system is not completely authenticated. So this is how one can check the GSM authentication. Now let's see the GSM frame structure, that how the bits are transmitted. So first in the bottom part you can see the time slot, one time slot of GSM. So one time slot of GSM contains total 156.25 number of bits, and for the one time slot it has a time period of 576.92 microseconds. This is the time period for one time slot. Here you can see that this one time slot contains a several number of bits, that are tail bits, coded bits, then the signal bit or flag. Okay, so this number of bits, this 357, 126 will denote the number of bits for each section. So here total 156.25 bits, and it has the time of 576.92 microseconds for one time slot. Now GSM frame has total 8 number of time slots. So you have to multiply this 576.92 microseconds with factor 8. So it contains 4.612 milliseconds. So here you can see that one frame has total 8 time slot, 0 to 7 means total 8 time slot, and it has a time period of 4.61 milliseconds. Now from this frame it will be multiplied with 26 times. Means if you use the 26 frames, then it will become one multi-frame. So for one multi-frame there is a total 26 number of frames are combined, and this 26 number of frames has the time period, that is 26 into 4.615 means the total period for the 26 frame or one multi-frame is 120 milliseconds. Okay. Now this multi-frame, if we combine this 51 types of multi-frame, then it will become one super frame. So it is like if you multiply these 120 milliseconds with 51, so you get the 6.12 seconds. So this is the time period for one super frame. So this is how you can see the evolution from the time slot to super frame. For each time, if you want to get the time period for one multi-frame or one super frame or one frame structure, you have to simply multiply it with the number of that frame, number of that multi-frame, or number of that super frame. So this is the GSM frame structure. Now we already discussed about the GSM channels in the last session. In that session, I said that the structure that is used for frequency correction or maybe for the standalone dedicated channel. So for each type of channel there is a GSM bus that can be used. So you can see that for the individual channel, like normal bus is there, and frequency correction bus is there. So this frequency correction is for SCCH channel, synchronization is for SCH channel, the normal bus is the GSM frame structure, access is for RACH and EDCH, random access channel, and for the access grant channel, and last one is the dummy type of frame. If any one of this type of frame is not used, then you can use this last one, dummy frame structure. So here you can see that the blue color one band denotes the guard period. So in all the types you can see that there is 8.25 bits of guard bits are there, but only in the excess case it denotes the 68.25 number of guard bits. The number of guard bits are more in case of RSCH and TGCS. The grant-based channel has a more number of guard carriers needed because it uses the slotted Aloma method, and that's why the 68.25 number of bits are used for that. So this any one type of burst can be asked. So you have to remember the numbers that for the number of bits needed for in case of training bits or information bits or encrypted bits. Now let's see one example related to it. Here, consider the problem statement that for the GSM frame structure, here consider one example that for GSM frame structure, the data is transmitted at 270.833 kbps in channel. You have to find the time duration of bit, then the time duration of slot, the time duration of frame, and the how long must a user occupying a single time slot between the two transmission. So you have to find out these 4 different parameters for this GSM frame structure. Now we already know about the GSM frame structure that it has a total 8 number of time slots. It has a data rate of 270.83 kbps and total of 156.25 bits are contained in case of one GSM frame. So first let's talk about the solution of the time duration of a bit. So first let's talk about the time duration of a bit. So for time duration of one bit, it is time duration is the inverse of the data rate. So for GSM system, it offers the 270.83 kbps of data rate. So time duration is inverse of data rate, means 1 upon R, means 1 upon 270.83 kbps. That gives us answer 3.692 microsecond. If you want a time duration of a slot, then the total 156.25 number of bits makes the one time slot. So you have to simply multiply it with the number of bits. So it gives 0.57 millisecond, or you can say that 576 microsecond. For the time duration of frame, now the 8 time slots are combined together, then it will becomes one frame. So time duration of frame will equal to 8 into time period for one slot, means 8 into 0.577, it will becomes 4.615. Now let's see one another example. Then you have to determine the frame efficiency of TDMA frame structure used in GSM. So for the frame efficiency of TDMA, we already discussed that in a case of unit number 4 multiple axis techniques, that it will be denoted by beta, and it is given by 1 minus bit overhead upon total number of bits into 100. So for the frame efficiency of TDMA, for one time slot, it contains total 156.25 number of bits. So one frame has total this number of bits, means 156.25 number of bits are required for one time slot, but one GSM frame has that 8 number of time slot. So you have to multiply this 156.25 with 8. So it gives us 1250 bits per frame. Now for this number of bits overhead per frame can be calculated as 8 into number of train bits, 8 into number of guard bits, and 8 into number of training bits. All are multiplied with the factor 8 because GSM frame has total 8 time slot, and for the 8 time slot you have to multiply the training guard bits and training bits with the factor 8. So that's why here we have calculated with by multiplying the factor 8. So it gives us like 8 into 6 because GSM frame has 6 number of trail bits, 3 for the starting and 3 for ending, and total 6 bits for trailing bits in each case of GSM. For the guard band supported for GSM is 8.25 in each case, except in the case of the access channel, for the random access and for the access grant channel, the number of guard bands is 68.25, otherwise it will be taken as 8.25. The last one is the number of trailing bits required. So number of trailing bits are 26 needed for the GSM frame structure. If you remember the structure of the GSM, then the 26 number of bits are required for the trailing bits. So if you calculate this, it gives answer 322 number of bits for bit overhead. Now let's first calculate the total number of bits. So it will be frame efficiency is 1 minus bit overhead into total number of bits. We already calculated the total number of bits by multiplying it with 156.25. So it will be like 1 minus bit overhead. Bit overhead is 322 bits. BT means total number of bits is 1250. So it gives us answer 0.742, 74.2% efficiency. Okay. So now up to this regarding this session, if you have any queries or doubt, you can ask me on my email ID. Thank you for watching.